My name is Sarah Desamours, and I am with the SD Group at Compass. We're here backstage in the VIP lounge at the Real Deal Showcase and Forum, about to have an awesome conversation with Danny Hertzberg.
Great.
So great
Thrilled
to meet
be here.
you.
Nice to meet you too.
I loved hearing you speak.
Thank you.
It was very refreshing. Usually we hear from people who have been in the business forever, and you've been in it for a long time, but I loved your input on everything. So maybe you could give us a quick introduction of who you are,
Sure.
which market you serve.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for your kind words. So my name is Danny Hertzberg. I grew up in real estate. My mom started 30 years ago, Jill Hertzberg, started with Jill Lieber and became the Jills. I joined the business while I was in law school in 2005. And while I was at school, I started helping my mom and her partner with growing the digital side of our brand, website, SEO, email marketing, and then went full-time in 2009.
Okay.
And we've been growing as a family since. My younger sister moved back from New York, and we merged with the Zeder family and created the Jill Zeder Group.
That's awesome. Everybody knows about the Jills, right? For you, you grew up in that business, right?
Right.
You grew up with the ultra luxury. What are some challenges of the ultra luxury market, and what do you like the most? And that's a personal question.
Yeah, so I love the luxury market. What's interesting is the deals are always complex, and there's a lot of people you're working with. The business managers, the wealth advisors, the attorneys. There's usually complex zoning, complex deal structure. You get to work on your deal creativity, high-level negotiation, and I enjoy all that.
And what are the challenges? What are things that you find difficult at times?
I think the luxury market is very challenging because it's ultra competitive.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody wants to work in luxury, so you have so many people going after the same business, and it forces you to be, best in class service, best in class customer service, have expertise in your market, high level knowledge. I think it's a big part of it.
I 100% agree, especially in Miami, where there's over what is it now, 50,000 realtors,
Sure,
and
more,
everybody
probably.
tells you they're a luxury realtor.
Right.
And actually, speaking of luxury, what is driving ultra luxury right now to South Florida, in your opinion?
So I think it's the same theme. Taxes are a big part of it.
Yeah.
Not having state income tax, not having a city tax is huge. The lifestyle, the security, Miami as a global destination, the food, the art, the culture. There's some of the elite schools in the whole country, the high schools, elementary schools here. And I think people want to be part of Miami. The energy here, the growth of the city is pulling people here from all over the country.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I came from Montreal, Canada, and I heard that you were working with Canadian clients, right?
Yes.
In terms of ultra luxury, where are you seeing the people coming from?
So most of the luxury market is New York, like New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, or California. Those are the two biggest markets. After that, I would say Chicago.
What about on an international level?
International, some from Canada. A lot of high net worth Canadians have been buying Miami Beach. The UK, particularly from London, we've seen a big movement.
Okay.
Some French buyers, Chilean, Argentinian, Colombian. So it's been a mix of the international market.
The pace that we're in.
Yeah.
Do you think it's due for a correction, or do you think that it's sustainable right now?
So I think, the pace slowed down this summer after the trade war, the pace of deals, the volume, and then all of a sudden the last 2 months ramped up significantly. While the whole country's housing market has slowed down in a major way, the Miami market continues to grow.
Yes.
We've seen records even this year in a challenging year, price per foot, total price records. So I'm a long-term believer in the Miami market. I think there are some challenges in the condo market, particularly older condo buildings. There's a lot of inventory due to insurance costs, carry costs, assessments.
Yeah.
That market is different and more challenging.
And what about for investors? Are you still seeing a lot of investors coming into Miami, or have you noticed a slowdown?
A lot of investment interest in Miami. I think investors are looking for a place that's pro-business, that they can grow their capital, that long-term bullish. So I think we still see very strong investment in the Miami market.
No, I agree with you, because people are telling me, especially me being Canadian, people are like, oh, are Canadians not coming in Miami anymore? And what I tell them is that they are still coming, but they're not. They're a little bit more discreet about their purchases here. Have you noticed that too?
I haven't experienced the same, but everybody likes their privacy and discretion.
Yeah, I agree. And in terms of privacy and discretion, What are you noting in the ultra luxury market? Are you noticing that you have to speak more to some of the people that you work with, like your wealth managers and whatnot? And are you noticing more NDAs, or are people more relaxed about that?
So the level of buyers, the ultra high net worth, the billionaires that are coming to the market, they're mostly layered. They have, business managers, wealth managers, attorneys. So it's not direct communication at first, but I think as the relationship evolves, to be in the most productive way, it's a direct relationship, and that's something we take seriously. You have to earn their trust and build their trust, and once you do, the direct line makes all the difference.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And a lot of agents do want to go into that market or want to focus more on ultra luxury. What advice would you give them, even when it comes to privacy and respecting and building a relationship with these people?
I think to new agents, the advice I would give is that really focus on building relationships, not just with your clients, but with the other agents in the industry, with the attorneys, with the title companies, with the inspectors, videographers. All these people are like your network that you have to know, understand, have relationships with in order to facilitate deals and grow your business.
Yeah, I agree, because a lot of new agents think it's just a marketing for themselves, but at the end of the day, it's all about the relationships that you form with. And I notice also in the ultra luxury market, your network is what's going to give you more credibility. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I think it's a big part of it. I mean, it's the advertising, it's a track record, but also the network from the client side and the agent side is critical.
Okay. And now we're going to shift to trends. I do have a couple of questions about trends. One of the things that I've noticed recently, so my daughter, I live in Coconut Grove, my daughter goes to school in the Grove, and I'm always seeing luxury cars. Have you noticed the trend that a lot of the luxury cars now are going back to having beautiful colors, like blues and yellows and whatnot? One of the trends that we have noticed is that even in the ultra luxury, in terms of style of homes, mid-century modern and colors are coming back, right? Just like the cars. Is there any shift in terms of look and design that you've noticed this past year?
I think the shift I've noticed is the trend color is interesting. What I've noticed more is that it's gone from an ultra modern look in demand to a softer, more tropical modern, stone, woods, the blend of traditional with modern, and actually seeing an emerging trend that a lot of people do like more traditional homes. I think people still think of Miami as modern and they want that flat roof, glass, wide views, but you're seeing different variations of like Bali style homes, Art Deco blended with modern, that type of architecture is shifting.
Which one do you prefer?
I live in a 1940s home, so I do like the historic architecture, and I like that charm, but I do love modern properties. I love Spanish Mediterranean, Deco. I mean,
you like all of
I like
that.
it all.
Which platform or tools that you're using that's really giving you a return on your investment right now?
So for luxury real estate agents and residential agents, all the platforms are important, but I think Instagram is the key.
Wow.
That's where you see the biggest response, best leads, high quality buyers, sellers. It's visual, it's pictures, it's images. That has been the lead, but Facebook, X, TikTok, they're all important tools, LinkedIn, but for us, for me, Instagram has been where I've seen the most results.
What about YouTube?
YouTube's been critical. Like the videos are great, the views are great, long form. It's been a powerful network, but still every year after year for, years running, it's been Instagram for us.
And for Instagram, for you guys, are you guys getting leads organically, or are you guys also paying for ads?
We do mix. A lot of the best leads we've had are organic from our followers because they'll send something to a friend and then we'll hear from them. But we've definitely grown our network through, you do paid advertising, you do organic, we boost things. It's a mix.
Okay, perfect. I agree with you. I get almost 70% of my business from Instagram.
Amazing.
Because people love, I tell people they love virtual reality TV.
Sure.
Not virtual reality. People love reality TV shows, and Instagram is kind of your virtual reality show of what Miami's like, the places you go to, where to play padel, and what to
100%.
do. So
well, this was great chatting with you.
Yeah, same here.
Thank you so much.